They're looking for as much attention as possible, and that is what Jose Mourinho will bring to Spurs as a club.
A lot of attention.
A lot more. You're going to have more attention than you ever
had. He's a big name, isn't he?
So what do you think about Mourinho?
He's a big name, a big fish. I just think it's just.
I would love someone to clip up every Mourinho comment you've made.
A massive football club, aren't we? The great thing about Mourinho is he said, I've never managed Tottenham. I love Chelsea too much. I would never manage Tottenham. I've won more trophies than they have in entire history. And
it's true,
here he is. What do I think of him? I'm cautious in the most extreme. How many times I've said it? I called his sacking from Man United when they were second in the league. I was saying the game was passed him by.
Oh, that was it. Can someone find this? In a one for the weekend, I think it was around February, I called that Poch was next. I called it. So someone find it because he doesn't believe me.
Respect?
Next to go. Next to the big guys to go.
Oh, the big guys. So you have little caveats then? Because I'm sure you're probably saying next managers.
Next important.
I'm worried that the game has passed him, that his tactics, his way of playing football has been usurped by new brands of football. He has said, because I said to you as we were getting the train over here, I said to you, maybe he's developed a new philosophy. Maybe he's got a new way of playing. He's been out of the game 11 months. And do you know what? There was an interview of him and he cried a little bit when he's saying how much he misses football.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a nice guy.
There's a heart in there somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm sure there is. That said, a leopard doesn't change his spots.
That's true. And also, Arsenal fans hate him.
That is the silver lining for you, isn't it? You've got Arsenal fans, the person they hate the most, it would be someone linked with Man United, Chelsea and Spurs.
All the
cards.
He's been linked with Arsenal loads over the last month or two, right? And all the Arsenal fans going, he's a winner, right? Spurs just going, Jose, do you manage Tottenham?
Yeah.
I mean, spoken to him. It's like, do you?
It'll wind up. Get the coach down.
Do you fancy managing Tottenham?
Well, no, I'm going to go manage. Where do I go?
What's that? 15 or what?
This is great to listen to. Just hearing. What about his Machiavellian nature, as you like to put it?
Yeah.
The fact that every word that you've said about Jose Mourinho whilst he was Man United manager.
Yes.
What if Jose Mourinho got the Man United job? What would you be saying at him?
I would say this backward step. I'll be saying that he's a dinosaur. That his best days are behind him. But he's not. He's our manager, so I'm going to spin it and say he's a winner. We're guaranteed, almost guaranteed to win a trophy
guaranteed
now.
League, yeah, guaranteed League Cup. At least Community Shield.
What if we win the league? Oh, we could do the double this year.
Here's what I would say. Right?
We're still in the Champions League. We could do the famous treble.
Like
seriously, he's good enough manager to do it.
Imagine.
Like he has the tactical, he has the experience. He's won 2 Champions League trophies, 3 Premier League titles. All right.
Do you know what I would say?
He's the second most decorated football manager in the history of the game.
You sound like a United fan until they turn.
Is that right?
I don't know. I know he's good. I know we all know he's won trophies. We know that.
So why not with Spurs? We've got the infrastructure there. We've got the money.
Yeah.
Right. We've got a stadium.
Yeah.
We've got training facilities.
Yeah.
We've got a good starting squad.
Well, that's it. So again, another question for people. If I gave you Man United squad and Man United squad when Mourinho left, which has struggled since,
Or it's almost worse now.
Possibly. And why is that?
Because of the Goblin.
Yeah. Or I give you Spurs' squad. He would take that's a Mourinho squad.
I'll tell you what a good question is. A good question is, right? Is Mourinho going to Spurs and Pochettino going to United? Who takes which squad further in the shortest amount of time? Pochettino's got a lot more work to do.
Yeah.
But he gets players responding.
And that's another question. Does Mourinho get that squad going? Can he do that? And will the voice and the message that he's trying to get across, it can't be unless it's super different behind closed doors, and it may well be, and he loves that siege mentality and all that stuff. These are 2 very different people.
Well, Glenn Johnson said
Glenn Johnson
said the best training he's ever had was under Mourinho. The most fun he's ever had in training. This is
most fun. But they were winning, weren't they?
They won the league.
Yeah, and then when winning like so much money, I don't think I can see anything.
Well, look, if you're a player, and Jose Mourinho walks into your dressing room, would you feel that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Depends who you are, because he's dug out a load of them. Like Dele Alli, I think Dele Alli, you could see the best out of Dele Alli. I think those two could fit in terms of personality.
They're both like pair of arseholes, aren't they?
yeah, a great phrase. Pair of arseholes. The fact, those two could work in terms of he's a little bit nasty at times. Dele Alli's got that in him. Mourinho's got that in him. And you could fit that together.
Yeah.
But Mourinho's hasn't he been quite derogatory towards him in videos recently? Was when he's been on Sky. So this is my point. Is that.
Well, I don't know if he has. I know other people have. Graham Souness, for example.
I think Mourinho had said something as well. I might be wrong. But
well, sell him then. Get him out of the club. If you don't want to be there, don't want to play under him, get him out.
But that comes to my point. Why not? If you're going to get him out of your club, why don't you just do that with Pochettino?
Buy another one. What?
Our boy Owen Lawrence.
But how good is the new Tottenham?
Wow, Owen Lawrence.
We could win the Premier League trophy this year.
Tottenham Hotspur 2020 Champions League winners, says Owen Lawrence.
Come on, Owen.
JAFFN lover. Freddie, Mourinho is the second best manager to ever grace the Premier League.
Who's first? Who's first?
Fergie, innit? Fergie.
What? So Mourinho? I mean, on paper, Mourinho is a better manager than.
That's a fact.
So on trophies won.
Yeah. He's your manager now. Isn't that weird? Isn't it?
Yeah, he's.
I would say it.
He's like maybe like who knows.
I tell you what though,
we might have one of these.
Maybe.
It's not 6.
Sign of a robot.
One.
Do you know what could be? What if it goes worse? Could get worse, can it?
Oh God, could you imagine?
When you just let the goals dry up, just not even scoring goals.
I
tell you what.
How many games
if you got relegated? If you got relegated, it'd be so good.
How many games, Jim? How many games would you give?
And Mourinho does that the Canio thing, like Sunderland, where he goes over and goes,
Jim,
don't fucking tell you.
Jim, how many games does Mourinho get before he gets sacked if he doesn't win?
Yeah, that little game we did earlier in the season.
What did we say about Poch? I said about 6 games, didn't I?
Maybe have to look back. Yeah, maybe.
Mourinho, if he doesn't win in 10 games, got to go.
Yeah,
he has to.
It's not working.
Get
Poch back in.
Get
Poch back in for keep doubling it. So you've gone 7 million to 15 million. Offer Poch 30 million. Yeah. That's smart. Maybe you should have just stuck with him.
Did you see West Ham posted a video of saying something like, "We'll be seeing you Saturday, Jose," right? And then they put a little video of West Ham beating Man United last year. What?
Nitpicking, isn't it? Nit flexing.
That's
what that is, nit flexing.
Yeah. To West Ham fans' credit, they said, "Please delete this. This is embarrassing." I don't want to talk about Spurs again, but I'm just saying, like, if you have a manager that you kind of like, it makes such a big difference. Like, and I know that because the difference between Pochettino's Tottenham and Mourinho's, even in the worst parts and the best parts, I'd much rather have experienced that with Pochettino than I did with Jose Mourinho, because he is poison, and we were warned. But again, I don't want to talk about Spurs, but we were warned, and I was
that
like,
that said, I think
she will cheat on you. She won't. She loves me. I'm different. Our relationship's different. It's what happened to you won't happen to us.
Yeah,
and
I can change him. I can change him. No, he's learnt from his mistakes.
The only difference is he didn't win a trophy with us.
Yeah.
So I feel much lighter. That's the correct expression. Lighter going into it. And we've signed a really good centre back in Romero. And if we can get a couple more over the line, I think it's a really nice position to be under the radar as well. Whereas the expectation was so high with Jose Mourinho that every defeat felt like an absolute failure. Now it's like, well, no one expects us to finish top 4. People probably predict, if you have to do a prediction. I saw someone told me about a Wolves fan doing a top 10. They had Spurs 10th, below West Ham, Wolves, Arsenal. And so my point is, there's no expectation, there's no pressure. It feels like the beginning of a new bit, a reset. And so I feel good, and I'm looking forward to watching some good football, because he has been playing really nice football in pre-season. So.